Hey YouTubers, welcome back to the channel. It's that Van Guy again with another weekly video. Today is going to be my local diecast meet haul video for January. Just last weekend, we had our local diecast buy-sell trade meet in my local area, and I picked up some cool stuff. I had some stuff that I had pre-ordered from my local diecast dealer, SC Diecast, and found a few other cool things at the club meet. My buddy Jeremy Bolter helped me find one piece that I've been looking for a while, and then I also picked up one piece for a vanner friend of mine, Ken Burton, that he needed to help complete his collection. So everything in the video, everything in the shot today, we're going to be opening for the most part except for one item. So I'll show that first and get it out of the way. This is Hot Wheels RLC Flying Customs Super Van, and this is the one that I picked up from my buddy Ken Burton. He's didn't have the Super Van version, so I sent him a picture from our local diecast meet, a Facebook message, and he said, yeah, that's on my wanted list. And I let him know what the price was, what the asking price was. This was a little more steep. I think they go for somewhere around $20 or so, $20 range or higher. It's a numbered piece. It looks like there was only about 1,100 made. So yeah, I've just picked up this for him. A little detail on the back of the card. It came in like a Hot Wheels Protecto case. And this is $1,335 of 11,000. And this is HotWheelsCollectors.com Chrome Flying Customs release. So Season 4, Series 4 on the bottom there. 70s van, 1 of 6. So cool piece. I have one of these already in my collection, but Ken needed it, so I was able to pick it up for him. So I'm going to set that aside, because that's not for me, and we're going to let him open that if he chooses to. So I'll just go quickly through some of the carded stuff. This is the piece that Jeremy Bolter, my buddy Jeremy Bolter, found for me and got it at a pretty good price. This is Hot Wheels Racing 2012 Stock Car Series, and this is the 57 Plymouth. As you guys probably know, if you're a regular viewer of my channel, I'm a big fan of the Christine movie, Stephen King movie and book. And so I collect a lot of 57 Plymouth and 58 Plymouth Furies. And this is pretty much the only, I believe this is the only Hot Wheels casting that I don't have. I've been looking for one for a while. They don't come up that often. Here's a little shot of the back of the card and some of the other cars that are in the series. They're all real cool. They're like vintage stock cars, and they got a lot of detail on them, and look like they're straight off the like NASCAR racing circuit from back in the day. So we are going to open this one, so I'll just set it aside. Just figured I'd show you a little of the card. Then I got this Led Zeppelin set. It's been out for a little bit. There's 5 different ones in this series, but the Highway Hauler I don't collect, but all the other castings I do. So I didn't want to, it's a kind of a shame, because that Highway Hauler has some really cool graphics. Much better than, like, let's say the Combat Medic or the Super Van. Not a big fan of the graphics on those 2 castings in the series. I kind of wish the designs were flip-flopped around a little bit, but so picked up 4 of the 5, and we'll open all of those. And then I was able to get this Greenlight Rockwell Series 2 77 Dodge B100 van from Greenlight. I pretty much have every single casting ever released by Greenlight, except for maybe a few green machines in the 77 Dodge van casting. So there might be, I believe there's a Greenlight casting spotlight on these 77 Dodge vans. So check out my channel, check out my other playlists. I also have playlists for a lot of these other castings. So we're going to open that. And then these we probably won't open, but I'll give you a close-up shot of them. These are sold by Greenlight, and these are cool little diorama pieces, like 1/64 scale little pieces to put in your little garages or in your little dioramas, just little tool sets. There's like a tool bench, a tool cart, like a little air compressor, a floor jack, a creeper, and like a tool chest. And this is the Summit Racing Equipment version. They sell a lot of different ones. I don't know if it gives too much. Oh, it tells you exactly what comes in it on the back. So this is like the Greenlight Muscle Series Summit Racing. Air compressor, creeper, jack, tool cabinet, tool cart, and workbench. So, cool little set to add to my diorama. One of these days I'll give you there's a couple videos on my channel from diorama pieces, so you can look for that also in my playlist on my channel. But I haven't really got a finished diorama yet. I kind of have something set up, but I haven't really made a video of it yet, so that might be something that you'll see in the future on my channel. Here's another Greenlight tool diorama set. This one I got because it's got the cherry picker engine hoist thing. Comes with a barrel, some other stuff. Let's take a look at the back. This one doesn't say actually what comes inside, which is weird. Bardol is the brand. Shop Tool Accessory Series 1. But it looks like it's a cherry picker engine hoist, like a 50-gallon drum of whatever, a creeper, floor jack, tool cart, and tool chest. So these are really cool, and they really help set off your little shop diorama to have these little extra pieces next to your 1/64 scale cars. It really makes it look real and really brings it alive because of the extra detail. So we'll set those aside. And then I'm going to adjust the camera here, get the turntable, and we can start ripping these other cases open. Okay, first up we'll check out this Norman Rockwell Series 2 from Greenlight, 77 Dodge B100. Not really the most exciting livery or paint job on this, but I do collect them all, so I pretty much just buy every single release that comes out, no matter what it looks like. So, you know, this is definitely not the most exciting one. There are much cooler paint schemes or versions, but it's done pretty well. Greenlight does a pretty good job with the Dodge van, but I do prefer Johnny Lightning 77 Dodge van or 70s Dodge van over the Greenlight. The Greenlight kind of has some weird windows. There's like a window cut into the body in the back. I prefer like a cargo van, so there's like more room for graphics and stuff if you were to do a custom with a mural on it. But it's got this this porthole window, or this conversion window cut into the side of the van. I don't really like that. And then on the other side, if you hold it in the light, they paint over it, but you can see it has like a little porthole window and a little like tall, skinny, rectangular window that's like cut into the body, but it's not cut all the way through. And they generally just paint over the top of that, and I'm not a big fan of that. Here's a shot of the base. Metal base, metal body, rubber tires, like all Greenlights. But yeah, it's cool. Kind of like the wheels. I think they would look better if they were like a chrome instead of painted white. But yeah, not a bad version. But like I said, I think Johnny Lightning does a better job with their 70s Dodge van casting than Greenlight, just because of the extra windows. I kind of like a cargo van style van instead of with all the windows in it. Portholes are cool, but conversion van windows not so much. All right, we'll set that one aside. Next up, we'll tear into this Hot Wheels 2012 stock car release, 57 Plymouth. It's got a little inner plastic liner to keep it from getting any package rub, which is good. Savoy Plaza Racing 157, 290 horsepower. That was probably a lot back then. Now that's like a V6, but cool little 57 Plymouth Fury from Hot Wheels. It's got some white letter tires on it. Pretty cool version. Really glad to add this one to my collection. I'm pretty sure it's the only Hot Wheels release that I'm missing from my 57 Plymouth Fury collection. And I do have a few from Greenlight as well. Take a quick look at the base. Metal body, metal base. It's got rubber tires because it's a premium release. Like slicks, no tread, because it is a race car. See if I can catch it in the light just right so you can see that. 57 Plymouth Fury on the bottom. Pretty cool little stock car. Set that one aside. Next up we got a Led Zeppelin number 105 Holland Gas. I do have a casting spotlight video on this. If you check out my Hot Wheels casting spotlights, there's a video on the Holland Gas. I'll have to update that video with this new cool version from this Led Zeppelin set. Really like the album artwork on this one. It looks really good with the black and silver. Almost looks like it's partly Zamac. Not sure about the orange plastic though on top. If it's got orange plastic on the top, then it's probably got an orange interior. Yep, looks like it's got the orange plastic interior. But just a cool old Art Deco tanker truck kind of thing. Very cool. Sure, it's a premium release. It's got a metal base, metal body, rubber tires. Tires have tread on them. And the base is painted black. Very cool. Probably would have went for a different color interior, but maybe they wanted it to jump out. Could have went with a black or a red. Next up is number 405 from the Led Zeppelin set, the 67 Austin minivan. It's kind of like a Mini Cooper panel, and I have a few of these. I don't think I have a casting spotlight on this on my channel yet, but I do have quite a few. I think Matchbox also makes this. I'm not sure if the casting name is exactly the same. I kind of doubt it. It might be called something else in the Matchbox line. But they definitely do have like a Mini Cooper panel style like this. And they're almost identical. Castings, I believe, are very similar. Usually the only difference is like the wheels. Matchbox has more of a different plastic wheel. And this being a premium release, obviously it's metal body, metal base, rubber tires. This is a pretty cool design on this one. I think these are all album artwork, but if you guys know, you can leave a comment down below. Not exactly sure. I am a Led Zeppelin fan, but I don't have all the albums. Kind of have a do the greatest hits kind of thing. It does say 67 Austin minivan there, but it's kind of hard to read. It's kind of smaller print. But yeah, raw metal base, treaded rubber tires, premium release. Alright, next up we got the Combat Medic, number 3 of 5. Big fan of the Combat Medic. I have a giant collection of Combat Medics, but I don't have a casting spotlight on those yet. So I'm trying to make sure that my my collection is fairly complete before I do a video. As I look on the wall now, at my Combat Medic collection, I probably have about 65 different versions, and most of those are regular releases. There's only maybe 4 or 5 that are customs. So cool to add another Combat Medic to the collection. Not the greatest design in my opinion, you know, it doesn't, I thought they could have maybe done something cooler than this, but it is what it is. And like I said, I collect the Combat Medic, so with all the castings that I decided to collect, I pretty much just buy every single one, no matter what it looks like, just because I gotta have one of each. It looks like this one has the plastic doors that open up in the back. I have to take a closer look. You can usually tell if the doors open in the back just by how well they fit. If they look like they're not straight or they're kind of angled, then that's usually a clue that they do open in the back, because they just don't fit. They don't always fit together the greatest when they do open. There's a shot of the bottom, the base. Raw metal base, metal body, treaded rubber tires. Let's see, yep, this one, I think it has, kind of hard to tell. Actually, yep, it does have the opening door. You can see here how it's kind of like the bottom sticks out more than the top, because the doors are just kind of like jammed in there, and the opening is smaller than the back of the vehicle. So when you open it, they're kind of like squashed, and that's kind of what either holds it open or holds it closed, is the plastic doors are actually larger than the hole in the back. So that's what kind of keeps them open, but they don't really fit the greatest, and when you do open them and mess with them, then they just don't really sit in there great. And as you can see, now that I opened it, see how it looks all kind of janky? That's just the way they are. So, yeah, just buyer beware. If you do open it up in the back, just know that you might have some trouble getting it closed again, or making it look right, because it doesn't always fit back together the way it is supposed to. So don't really recommend opening those up. I just wanted to give you, for those people that aren't familiar with the Combat Medic, just kind of give you an example or show you that the doors do open. There are some that the doors don't open. It's just a one-piece plastic, but this is an opening version. All right, and then last but not least, we got this number 2 of 5 Super Van Led Zeppelin. Well, let's crack into this baby. This is cool to have another new Super Van. Like I said, not my favorite design. Appears to be the same on both sides, and the wheel choice is okay. Kind of prefer the like five spoke muscle car looking wheels, but these might be kind of like a Hurricane wheel, like a General Lee type wheel, or like a A-Team van type wheel, but in chrome. Maybe if you did a little, if you do customs and you did a little dry brushing with some watered down black or something like that to give the ridges a little more accent, they might look a little bit better. But this is a Led Zeppelin 2 version, kind of like an orangish bronze or a copper color metallic. Metal body, metal base, plastic treaded tires. I don't know, does it see, let me see, does it say Super Van on here anywhere? Yeah, I find it odd that on a lot of these new Super Vans, because it does also go by 70s van occasionally, like during some of the casting releases. You know, it was referred to for quite a few releases as a 70s van, and then it was a Super Van. It was a Super Van originally, and then I think they changed it to 70s van for a little while, and then now it's back to Super Van. So maybe that's why they didn't put the name of the casting on the bottom, because I looked up close and the casting name is not printed on the bottom. Most of the Hot Wheels releases do have the casting name cast into the base, but this one does not. Maybe that's just because they down the road they might throw another name on it or change it back to 70s van from super van. This one looks like it's pretty detailed though. It's got side markers and fog lights in the front, a little extra paint, a little extra detail, more than you would get in like a main line. It's got tail lights, a license plate, and some graphics on the back, so pretty cool. In contrast, here's a fairly new super van. This is just a main line, so you can see you don't get that extra paint. You don't get those marker lights in the front and the side markers. You don't get any tail lights or license plates when it's just a dollar car. So you can see it lacks that extra detail. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it informational. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, check out my Facebook page, That Van Guy, and check me out on Instagram. I'm that_diecast_van_guy on Instagram. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Have a great day.